Over the past 2 days, war correspondents have begun to report on the strengthening of the Ukraine army's onslaught on Russian positions in the Zaporizhzhia direction. According to them, the armed forces of Ukraine doubled the pressure and increased the intensity of offensive actions on the entire front line of the Zaporizhzhia direction. Moreover, war correspondents also confirmed the fact that the armed forces of Ukraine cannot turn the tide, even despite the intensification of offensive actions. Military expert Andrei Marachko claims that the increased pressure from the armed forces of Ukraine and the increasing number of attempts to attack Russian positions are no longer related to their desire to break through the defense of the Russian army. According to him, the armed forces of Ukraine have long understood that they will not be able to break through the Russian defense. Andrei Marachko is sure that everything that is happening now is a change in the war tactics of the armed forces of Ukraine. The top military leadership of Ukraine and their NATO advisors are in complete despair because of the inability to break through the defense of the Russian army in the Zaporizhzhia direction. All this forced the Kyiv authorities to send an elite tactical group Maroon, which they kept until the very last moment. According to military expert Andrei Marachko, 3 brigades of this elite group have already begun their advance towards Russian positions from 3 directions at once. That is why the armed forces of Ukraine have intensified the onslaught on Russian forces. Their main goal is to exhaust the Russian troops and empty their weapons stocks, so that the elite tactical group Maroon meets as little resistance as possible. Let me remind you that the tactical group Maroon is an elite reserve of the Ukrainian army. This tactical group is equipped with the most modern Western weapons and was trained by military instructors of NATO countries, including the United States. The Ukrainian High Military Command kept the tactical group Maroon to the very last moment and hoped to send it into battle to inflict the final defeat on the Russian army. However, after 3 months of failed offensive actions by the Ukrainian armed forces, the Ukrainian military command is already being forced to send its elite reserves into battle, counting on a miracle in the final fight. It is reported that the tactical group Maroon plans to strike its main blow in the direction of Kherson. War correspondents note the movement of 20 units of American self-propelled artillery systems, M109 Paladin, 40 units of US-made howitzers M777, and dozens of Challenger 2 tanks on the right bank of the Dnieper River in the Kherson region. Seeing all this, it becomes clear that the tactical group Maroon plans to cross the Dnieper River after heavy artillery preparation. Moreover, military columnist of the Forbes magazine, David Axe, said that the Ukrainian army has also deployed another of its elite reserves, the 82nd Airborne Assault Brigade. According to him, this elite reserve, the armed forces of Ukraine began to use in the battle for the village of Robotyno in the Zaporizhzhia region. David Axe is confident that the use by the Ukrainian army of its elite reserves indicates the desperate situation of the armed forces of Ukraine, which have become one step closer to their complete defeat. Other military analysts also agree with David Axe. According to them, these attempts of the armed forces of Ukraine to reverse the course of hostilities with the help of their reserves will not give any results. The fact is that the Russian army is ready for any development of events, and its line of defense has long proved its effectiveness. Most likely, President Zelensky is pursuing only one goal: to show the West at least some local successes on the battlefield, in order to increase his term as president of the country, and receive new guarantees of military and financial assistance from the United States. However, judging by how events are developing on the battlefield, Zelensky will fail again.